Timothy Dimoff, a national security expert. He's also the founder of a consulting and security company. And Tim, I want to first start by asking you, are you surprised by how easily protesters breached the Capitol building and how little resistance it seemed they faced? I think it took something like 3 hours to get them out of there.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because of what I've seen in my understanding of the preparation that went into place. Am I surprised that they even let that even come close to happening? Yes. But the total preparation plans were very, very weak and inadequate.
We've been hearing from Trump officials saying, look, this is Capitol Police. They are under the guise of the members of Congress. We can only help if asked. And they say that's what happened. But do you think the security lapses expose any vulnerability that, say, a foreign power or other element might exploit?
Well, I think what it showed that is if you can show up with a good game plan and enough people who know what they're doing and how to breach the weaknesses that were exposed, that there is the potential for others to be able to breach the Capitol again. But on the other end, I think this was a lesson learned by the U.S. federal government and the Washington, D.C. police. And I think they're going to go to extremes to make sure they learn from it. And I think we need to.
European security officials say the breach appeared to have had at least some tacit support from elements of U.S. federal agencies responsible for securing the Capitol complex. Do you agree with that assessment?
What I agree with is the fact that they expected a large crowd and they expected it to be a peaceful large crowd. And what happened is they did not properly prepare. Their intelligence through the internet and other sources were telling them that the crowd would be aggressive and that they would attempt to get into the state capitol. They needed to have a much more formidable barriers, physical barriers, a much larger law enforcement contingency plus military, and they did not heed their exclusive intelligence. And anytime you have a large crowd, you always prepare for the worst and things go much better, and you don't prepare for less and let it get out of hand. I don't think this is going to escalate into other foreign or non-foreign trying to breach the State House. The problem it does is it does plant the seed that it's possible you could, if you wanted, to breach it. And it only now encourages someone else or other entity to do the same thing.
How does all of this change security plans and preparations for the coming week and a half, in particular the inauguration on January 20th?
Well, what this did for the inauguration, whatever plans they had for the inauguration as far as security goes, they're going to double or triple it just because of what happened here. They do not want to repeat, and they do want to send a message not only across the United States but worldwide that the security in our heartland of our capital is going to be very secure. So the inauguration is going to be over-the-top tsunami-type security.